Hello Internet, this is BoneCarlos bringing to you another quote-unquote weapons guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the L86 LSW, the first light machine gun you get right out of the gates, along with the MG36. Now before we get started with my take on the gun, I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys some basic, the base stats of this weapon. It is a fully automatic light machine gun, as with all the others. It does have a 100 round capacity, as with all the others. But the thing I noticed is that it is very, it does have low damage compared to all the other light machines. It's just a little bit. It has 38 damage close up with 20 at a distance. So that means you're going to be killing in about 3 rounds up close and 5 at a distance. It does have a little bit higher fire rate than most LMGs at about 800. So you're going to be shooting at about 13 rounds per second. Seems pretty nice. The aim down sights is substantially faster than most other LMGs at about a second, a little bit over a second, while the reload time is the same at about a little under 4 seconds. So taking all that into consideration, it does handle like a very standard assault rifle, and being able to use it as such, being able to slap on sleight of hand, quick draw, does make it seem like an assault rifle. So you can definitely run and gun, quote unquote, a little bit with this light machine gun. But I find myself thinking, why bother doing that when you could use an assault rifle and get the same effects while freeing up those first 2 perks to be able to do what you want with it. So instead of having quick draw and sleight of hand, you could go ahead and put on scavenger and hardline if you so choose, and still have the same aim down sights, reload time, etc., 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 as an assault rifle. The ammo capacity is fine. You can just put on extended mag and assault rifle and it'll work. But overall, like I said, using it as a run and gun weapon, you can do it. I just don't find why you would, since this is a light machine gun. You're going to be moving slower than an assault rifle just right off the bat, and there's nothing you can change about that. Even if you put on extreme conditioning, you're still pretty slow. So keeping all this in mind, where I find myself using this gun as a straight support class, the recoil is a bit awkward for me, so I find myself trying to use kick, but then the flash and using it naked, which when I mean naked is no kind of sight, it really blocks it off. I love the iron sights on this gun. It's pretty open up. It's pretty easy to use, as you can see. But what I noticed was the flash is the thing that was hindering me the most when I fired. So I slapped on a silencer just for the reason that the damage is so low on this weapon, and the flash just takes up so much of the screen that it cuts back on all of that. So I really love using it, just a naked iron sights. I loved it. So silencer with it, just to keep the flash down. It's a low damage weapon, so I didn't find any kind of differences with the damage. So for my first perk, I find myself using Recon. Once you lock Recon Pro, you pretty much light up the enemy on the minimap with any kind of damage that you do. So being able to, especially at a distance, it might be a little bit frustrating not getting that kill with the low damage weapon on top of the silencer at range. You might need 6, 7, 8 shots to finish them off. But if you get 5 into them, you'll light them up on the minimap, and it's great if you're going to be playing kind of a team game sort of situation to be able to just show these enemies on the minimap. For my second perk, I find myself using Hardline with a support KillStreak, or support and KillStreaks, obviously. You're pretty much in a support kind of mood, and topping it off with a Stinger class, bringing down any kind of UAVs or any kind of kill streaks in the air. It's great. You rack up those kill streaks fairly quickly, and it's very easy to be able to just EMP the enemy, which is fantastic if you're playing that support role. For my third perk, I find myself using Stalker, and this is true for pretty much across all builds that you want to do. You are using a light machine gun, so you're going to have to adjust your playstyle accordingly. You're going to have to slow way down, and being able to turn those corners while using Stalker, it beats being able to aim down sights faster. So that was it for this gun. Naked silence, a Stinger, and then you want to use Recon, Hardline, Stalker with a support killstreak is fantastic. Now another kind of change-up that I found myself using with this gun, that I found myself just really enjoying, was using the 2x attachment, a silencer, and a thermal. Now the reason I chose silencer because overall was because, I mean, you're going to be sniping at a distance and you just don't want to be here on that minimap. It does nothing really for recoil or anything other than that. I just find myself using silencer over just a naked thermal with kick. It just pretty much bounces it out and does the same thing. For everything else, pretty much holds true with the secondary. You can use a stinger to shoot down enemies' kill streaks. For my first perk, I ended up using Recon still. Being able to put those rounds into enemies at a distance, it's just still great overall. I found myself using Recon over anything else. For my second perk, I still found myself using Hardline, just to get those kill streaks up sooner. For my third perk, this is where you could change it up a little bit. You could obviously put on Marksman to be able to just spot those enemies at a distance, but if you're going to be using a thermal sight, anybody using Assassin Pro is going to negate Marksman. So, and if a thermal assassin just counters thermal as well. So you could use Marksman, or you could go ahead and use steady aim if someone gets really close to you for a CQC battle. This is a high rate of fire weapon. So using steady aim definitely helps it in that regard. So that was it for my L86 LSW. Hope you guys enjoyed. If not, leave a comment down below on what I could do to make these more enjoyable for you. Also, if there's a gun you want me to do, leave a comment down below as well. This is BoneCarlos signing off.